when we have these support structures that support us, that help us grow and develop, we are then able to take these skills that we have and we say, with these skills, how do I make money out of my skills? How do I monetize these skills? Whatever it is that I'm interested in, whatever it is that I do well, because my community has supported me with this thing, how then do I maybe make a business out of my skill? If I am good in speaking, the community with which I live in, they help me by giving me opportunities where I can speak. Can I develop that and become a public speaker in my community and start running a program of public speaking? In the community where I live in, there are various events that happen. I like being amongst people. I enjoy these events. Can I then develop myself and become an events coordinator, an events planner, a programs manager, and I utilize my gift, my natural talent of bringing people together and turn this into a business? That's law number 3. You are able, through the way that the community has helped develop you, you are able out of that community to turn your skill, to turn your talent into a business. The 4th law, the final law on the cultural aspect, is community development. Community development is very, very important. As a community, we sit and say we want to improve ourselves. When we are looking at improving ourselves as a community, there are 4 pillars of every community that we consider when we're talking about developing ourselves. The first one is the economy. When you put a group of people together, they are an economy. In this economy, what are economic activities? Who is participating in these activities? The things that we are doing, who is benefiting from them? The second thing is the environment. Our environment, how do we develop it? Infrastructural development. How do we take care of the trees that we have? How do we take care of our land? Where do we build? Where do we have roads? Where do we have dams so that we have clean water? All these aspects of development, we agree about them as a community. The 4th pillar where a community stands on is the social aspect. As human beings, we are social beings. We live together. We live as communities. We group ourselves for various reasons according to different interests. Our social aspects, our way of socializing, of interacting with each other. We have a lot of social activities that we engage in. Amongst the social activities, on weekends, we participate in sporting activities. What is it that we do on the social aspect as a community? Who benefits? Who makes money out of those things? If we take care of all these things, there are various opportunities from where we can develop ourselves. The 4th leg our community stands on is the cultural one. Culture is very unique and is dynamic. It changes with the time. As people grow, as people interact with the different worlds, we have different ways of viewing things. So our culture is dynamic, it's not static, and as culture is changing, who is responsible for making sure that our culture is well known? And the culture that we also adopt as a community, it's something that we can market. When you talk about tourism, tourists come from afar to come and see how we do our things within our community. So culture is, we can commodify our culture. Those of us who are interested in cultural things, who are proponents of our culture, who teach about our culture, who are able to hold on to the views and values of our different cultural aspects, we then develop them as well. So when we come together as a community and say we want to develop ourselves, these are the 4 things that we look at as far as our development is concerned. And when communities come together and say they want to develop, what they are talking about actually is the development of their individual members of the community. So a community, when it is saying we're developing, we're doing developmental projects, we're actually developing members of the community. Now with the development, with community development, as communities, because we are organized people, we live in an organized manner, we have got political structures where we elect our leaders. Then these leaders, they form the government. Then the government is the one that collect the resources from individual members and utilize these resources to develop our place. So culturally, according to the way we have agreed to live in, the way that we want to grow, the way that we want to preserve the things that we value, that we believe in, we then agree on who we elect into leadership. What type of leaders do we then elect? What is it that we want them to do for us? So this brings us to an important aspect that goes with community development, which is activism. Some people misconstrue politics and activism for contestation of public office. And when you talk about these things, they say, they would rather not participate in politics because it's a space where people fight for public office, where people fight for recognition. This is not what we are talking about. And this is not what politics and activism is all about. Politics and activism is about making sure that there are laws and policies that support your development, that support your growth. So it is important for you to be actively involved in something that will help you develop, in something that will create a credible environment from where you can practice your natural skills, your natural talents. Now, for you to understand this in detail, I'm trying to compress a very broad topic. These 4 laws, they are very broad. I'm trying to compress them so that I can present them in a video that I can share with you, that you can listen to and have a bit of an understanding of what we are talking about. But if you want to understand this thing in detail, come to our website at Aleph Innovations, www.alephinnovations.com. Go to our contact us page and register your name. They will get back to you. We are running a personal development program, and in this program you will get all the details of this thing that we are talking about. We will take you through step by step on different things that you can do in order to develop and better yourself and become more successful and become somebody who can enjoy the life that you are leading by being able to unleash the potential that is embedded in you.